So the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs are out on the field. Referee and linesman are also out here at Gungahlin enclosed oval for the first grade clash between Gungahlin Bulls and the Goulburn Workers, the Bulldogs. So we await now for the Gungahlin Bulls to come out of the dressing sheds, and I'm just waiting on the official team list. It shouldn't be long. David Howell's the coach of the Gungahlin Bulls. You've got 1 Nick Mead, 2 Jane Pio, 3 is Ismaili, and the surname I will struggle with a bit. It is Vanatatawaki, I think. 4 is Royal Cronin, 5 Brendan Dunn, 6 Jaden Grocott, 7 Jake Scholes, 8 is Jacob Sturt, 9 Blake Robinson, 10 Luke Skidmore, 11 Alex Pettit, 12 Jason Brown, 13 Dylan Hately, 14 Nick Mead, 15 Niniam Ham, 16 Cody Smith, 17 is Sheen Lomax, 18 Todd Sherd. Now that's not official. There may be changes to those teams which were printed a day or so. Goulburn Bulldogs, 1 Hayden Hodge, 2 Stephen Cummins, 3 Christopher Hart, 4 Jake Wheeler. Don't have anyone in number 5 as yet. 6 is Mitch Cornish, 7 Nicholas Cornish, 8 is Matt Martin, 9 James Orbison, 10 Tyson Greenwood, 12 Matthew Warboys. And they might have a swap in jumpers. Izzy Tidor could be in 12 or 11 to be announced. We do not have a number 13 as yet. 14, and again, these may not be 100% at this stage. 14 was Max Flack, 15 Connor Brebner, 16 Aritaku Robins, and 17 is Caleb Simon. So we still await the Gungahlin Bulls to run out on Gungahlin enclosed oval. The sun is shining, shadows just starting to creep across the field from this grandstand, and the ground is in very good condition. Fast track. There's been no rain to speak of. Now we can hear the chant going up from the Gungahlin Bulls dressing room, which is very loud, and now they make their way onto the field. Dylan Hately, sponsored by the district, leads them out. A lot of sponsors for the Gungahlin Bulls. ABE Fire Protection, the district, ABE Fire Protection have got about 4 players. Canberra CrossFit, MNS Interiors, M&J Interiors. Gungahlin Concrete, Young Henrys, the local Jim Gungahlin, Country Pride Sausages. Do a good job down there at the Country Pride Sausages. Down in Lynham, Young Henrys is another sponsor. So the two sides are now going to swap positions. So it will be the Goulburn Workers running from north to south. A slight breeze will be behind the Gungahlin Bulls. And the conditions good, nice and sunny. So it'll be the Bulls to kick off. Looks like Blake Robinson will have the duties for the kick-off. First time I've seen these players, so I'll try and adjust as I can. Still waiting the official team list, so maybe a little bit out to begin with. There's the kick-off. Goes about 5 or 6 metres out from the Goulburn Workers line, and in their first run they'll take it up the centre and come out towards the 20. I think that was Matt Martin. A worker away to the right. It'll be just one out stuff in his first set as they try and push their way up towards halfway. They go back to the left. Might be Greenwood with the ball. They go again away to the left to the far side, and Hayden Hodge, the fullback, comes up for a run. They've taken play 5 metres over the halfway. So this is a fair set to start for the Goulburn Workers. A couple of metres made in that hit up by one of the Workers forwards. They'll go down the blind for the kick, and it came from Mitch Cornish. It was high. Oh, and there's trouble. That'll be a penalty to the Workers. Sorry, to the Gungahlin Bulls, I should say. Well, that was dangerous. Nick Mead went up high, had his legs taken out from under him. So there was a fair bit of danger in that tackle. The referee is having a word to the Goulburn Workers captain. I think it was Tidor, the man who went underneath and made it a dangerous situation. But lucky Nick Mead's taken no harm from it. And they failed to find touch. The Bulls, which would have been their first set, they would have got it in terrific field position. But a slight breeze behind them, and maybe that just, it's coming across field. It may have just assisted the Workers in keeping that ball in the field of play. So poor mistake. Taking it away, Tyson Greenwood. He's about 10 metres into the Gungahlin Bulls territory. We'll go to the left. Nicholas Cornish trying to set up his bigger men on the outside. So they're into the danger zone now as they come to the 20, and here's a break. Hodge, a good run. He found support on the outside and he ran out of room over there. I think that was Stephen Cummings. Had to come back in field, Cummins. He'll play at about 15 out. We've got lines there everywhere, soccer field and rugby league lines, so I think he's about 15 out. There's the kick through, taken by Nick Mead cleanly and driven back into the Ingold area. So the kick was just perfect. Came down about a metre before the try line, and Nick Mead was safe again, but he then had to come up against solid defence, who drove him into the in-goal area. So the line drop out is a cracker. Goes up over halfway. And it's the Workers, centre of the ground, at 15 to 16 metres into the territory of the Bulls. Playing the ball, Matt Martin. They go across to Cornish. It's the halfback, Nicholas Cornish. He's got Mitch Cornish in the number 6 playing 5'8". So Goulburn Workers, centre of the ground, towards the quarter line. They go through Greenwood. Solid run. Defence is good. Tackle from Jason Brown is solid. They'll move it to the right. A beautiful held-up ball. And it goes to Tidor. Very close to the line. He's about a metre out. Dummy half tries to barge over, and I think he may have got there. He may have got there. And that is Orbison. And it has been awarded. James Orbison. Terrific work from dummy half. It can be a selfish play at times, but Orbison saw the opportunity and has done a great job to barge over. So first points of the match go to the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs. 4 points to nil.
Goulburn 4, Gungahlin Bulls 0.
Christopher Hart, a left footer, will take the conversion. He's about 18 metres in from the touchline. He strikes it away to the right. Just hooked it around a little bit too much.
Conversion was unsuccessful. Goulburn 4, Goulburn.
So 4-0, Goulburn Workers. The Bulldogs have come up with a good start to the match. They've dominated possession. So with the kick-off, Blake Robinson for the Bulls in the red strip, playing on their home ground here at Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. So the Workers take the kick-off, move it 15 metres out from their own line through Matt Martin. Work it to the left. That time, I think it was War Boys again. These are not official lists, just awaiting on them to arrive. So the Workers toil away up towards halfway. They've put a ball down. Been cleaned up and ruled as a knockback. Now they've got a little bit of space here on the right. Come across 24. We don't have that name, but he got the ball out. We don't have number 5 either. He's brought down. He's 3 metres in from touch. He did a good job to go back in field. Ball goes out through Nicholas Cornish, and he found Tyson Greenwood. 35 out. Last tackle. Ball goes across. Mitch Cornish puts up a high bomb. He's testing this fullback out early. He does a good job. Nick Mead once again. At 3 from 3. So the official team lists have now arrived. And number 24 is Rota making that tackle. So the Bulls with the ball. They're deep in their own territory. They've got 2 players down. Shane Pio is limping heavily, and I just can't pick up the other player who's down. Bulls surge across to the middle of the field. Dummy half player is Blake Robinson, trying to control the shots. Robinson is going to kick from dummy half. He punches a good kick downfield, turns around Hayden Hodge, the fullback for the Goulburn Bulldogs. And Hodge brings it back up, 15 short of halfway. Now they move it to the right. So the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs have been in control from the start of this match, but it's only early stages. They cross halfway. Just trying to get to learn these teams. A little look at the official sheet. That was Mitch Cornish. Rather, might have been Pat Cook we've got on this wing, that previous run. Oh, and here's a great break by Cornish. He's going to score under the post. That's Mitch Cornish, 5'8". Got a lovely left step. And he has carved them up. You couldn't stop him. Very talented footballer, Mitch Cornish. And he's carved them up to put the second try on the board. So it's 8-0, and the kick right in front of the post. He's going to make it 10-0. Well, they're going to have to watch him. Mitch Cornish, the Gungahlin Bulls will have to watch him closely. As they slid across to the right, Mitch Cornish saw an opportunity, and he's got that big left step. He broke the front line, and the fullback was in a lot of trouble then. One-on-one in that situation, it's near impossible. And Mitch Cornish put on the second left step and then went in underneath the post. So the Goulburn Bulldogs out to 8-0, about to extend it to 10, and they'll be feeling very good about themselves with this start of this match. So Christopher Hart has the ball placed in front of these sticks. We'll have no trouble with it. And takes it out to 10.
Conversion by number 3, Chris Hart was successful. Goulburn 10, Goulburn Bulls.
So 10-0 to the Goulburn Bulldogs. We don't have a number 4. We don't have a name for number 4 for the Goulburn Bulldogs. Endeavour to chase that up. So Blake Robinson from the Bulls gets play underway, and it's a very deep kick. Very precise. Came down a metre short of the dead ball line. So it gave his defenders time to get up, trap the Workers 12 metres out from their own line in the first tackle. It's like Matt Martin getting up to play the ball. Poor pass from dummy half, but they've got the numbers. Going back inside, he's going to hold on to the ball was Nicholas Cornish. Now he did get it away to Hodge. Hayden Hodge across field. Oh, he's proving hard to pull down, and he makes it to halfway. Laid back, Orbison signalling the troops down the left. The fence of the Gungahlin Bulls is poor there, and Matt Martin has made good ground. He's 40 metres out from the Bulls line. They go again to Cornish, the 5'8". The pass wasn't good. Put a bit of pressure on Tidor there. The defence had read that. They were right onto Tidor and he was no chance of taking that pass. So the Bulls sucking the big ones in early. They've done a lot of defending. And down 10 points to 0. So we may, I think number 4, Rota, I think, is playing in the centre. So for the Goulburn Workers, so I think there's no number 4 out there. Might be why I didn't get a number 4. Now the Bulls with the ball. So Jake Scholes, centre of the ground. They just push it up the middle. The Bulls, they really need a good set here and fine touch and try and settle things down, get into the grind. Nick Mead from fullback into the fray. Got a metre over halfway. Played back for Robinson to give it to Skidmore. Skidmore does a good job. He unloaded. That's Jacob Sturt. Sturt played in the centre of the ground, but they've taken play 35 metres out and they can continue to probe up. They'll come down this left side. Little chip through. Came from Goat. And it's found touch. So that's better stuff from the Bulls. A good set. They've rolled it down the field. Found touch and they've just got themselves a little breather because they've been doing a lot of defending. They're in no rush to get to the scrum. The Bulls forwards, or the Workers forwards for that matter. So the Workers. Oh, the Workers have broken clear. It's a great run, and oh, that pass didn't come off back on the inside to Mitch Cornish. And the Bulls were lucky to survive that. So Bulls back with the ball, down 10-0, but now they find themselves 35 out from the Goulburn side's line. Got a big line here to the left, really numbered up. And that's the way they'll move it. Try and put Skidmore through a gap. Big front row is going to play at 20 out. Almost picked up a penalty for slow getting off him. Comes away to Hodge. Stepped off his left, went back inside to go himself. And Watke at dummy half. Plays it away. O'Crott working with his outside men. They're within a couple of metres, so they're going to test the Goulburn defence. They'll move it again to the right with the run round. And Robinson. The ball's gone loose. And the Goulburn Workers, the Bulldogs, they survive. And they take play 10 metres out from their own line. They lead 10-0, Goulburn Workers. Now we've got an infringement against Goulburn. So a big opportunity for the Gungahlin Bulls. Forward ball. Scrum will set. The boys are in no rush to get to the scrum. In fact, this is we've got a man down injured, so the referee has been asked to just hold play while Joan Pio gets some attention. Now, he was hurt earlier in the match, and I don't know whether it's the same injury or not. He's doing up the bootlace, and he's going to play on. So the Bulls have got everyone lined out to the right. And Pio, in fact, is going to run in and pack into the second row. So that leaves the Bulls with no player on the left. So that's the way naturally they go to the right and a run round to Hodge. Hodge trying to get his outside man there through a gap. They've run out of room. Far side of the ground. A little bit hard to pick them up. Hodge plays it. Comes back to Scholes. The halfback looking for a runner. Bulls with the ball. A probe, look for a run round, take play within 5 metres of the line. Played back, goes Growwatt. He's a couple of metres short of the line. The Bulls will go back the open side. Ball finds the ground. They scoop it up, keep moving it. Scholes is out wide. Takes the tackle 8 metres out. They push that side, and they might have picked up a try. A little kick ricocheted off one of the Workers players out wide there. And the referee, I think, will signal this as a try. And that's what the Bulls needed at this stage of the match. So the Workers had been the dominant team. But now, 10 points to 4.
That try was scored by number 11, Alex Pettit, sponsored by My 11 Gym.
Alex Pettit
Golden 10, Garland
is the
Bulls
try
10.
scorer. My Local Gym is his sponsor from Gungahlin. Now here's the conversion. The attempt is looking good, but no, just shaved away.
That conversion was unsuccessful. The score remains 10-4.
10-4 the score. Goulburn in front. PO more attention, so the Bulls player is hurt his leg early in the match, is just struggling to recover. He's near halfway. Referee says we better hold up. See what's going to happen here with CO. Now he's back to his feet. Yeah, he's heading back into position. So Goulburn kick off. Ball down to Growwatt. Passes it on to his teammate Sturt. Sturt about 12 metres out from his line. Robinson throws it across to the right. And that's Fanawaki. I'm probably not even close to pronouncing his name correctly. But he took a run up the centre. Now I think it's big Jason Brown. Takes play about... In fact, it was Skidmore took play. And now they've pushed it up onto the halfway centre of the ground, the Bulls. That time through Hately. Oh, and there's a ball put down and a chance for the Workers to play on and scoop it up. And it's knocked on by Workers as well. So they'll play the first knock on and come back towards halfway. No advantage given to the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs will get the feed. Jake Scholes just a little bit of a tricky pass and he's put it down. Scrum will pack halfway. Goulburn Bulldogs will start this set in good field position. Starting it on halfway from this scrum win. They come away with the scrum win and Rhoda. It's a good strong run by Rhoda. He's taken play 40 metres out from the Bulls line. Orbison's your dummy half. That ball away to Bruna. And Goulburn just keep toiling away. They're down the right side. This is a big opportunity for them. So they go to Orbison. He gets it away to Cornish. Nicholas Cornish ducked off the left and went back inside. He's right underneath the sticks where he'll play the ball. Ball thrown across Cornish. Couple of beautiful passes. Got it away to Hart. And Hart found his winger, Stephen Cummins. And Cummins has put it down, and that's the third try to the Goulburn Bulldogs. So that'll extend that lead now to 14 points to 4. That was good passing. Came through Mitch Cornish, Christopher Hart, and then Stephen Cummins on that left wing. So it's the Goulburn Workers, the best of things so far in this match. The conversion from out wide, Christopher Hart, will be a difficult one. Got 19 minutes of play in this first half to go. Oh, it's a low kick and not even close. Right across the face of the post. 14-4. It's the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs. We've been in control. We're midway through this first half at Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. Kick-off is deep down to Hodge. Links up with Brebner. The Workers push to the centre of the ground for that second tackle. They've taken play 20 metres out from their own line. They've played well in this opening 20 minutes. Leading 14-4 and playing good sensible football. That's a good set and a deep kick, which turns Nick Mead around for the Bulls. He scoops it up and he comes up, and there's a good hit from Rhoda. Dylan Rhoda. Got assistance from Matt Wazzles. And now the penalty has come for the Bulls. Holding down 13 metres out from their own line. So the Bulls need a good set just to try and steady this ship. This game's only 20 minutes old, but that scoreboard has crept away from them early. They're going to stop the trend. Now they'll go away. Robinson. He linked up with Sturt. 5 short of halfway. Bulls with the ball. Ball comes back to the left. Growat, and then it goes back inside. Anawaki, centre of the ground. 45 out. They keep pushing it. Blake Robinson sending his men out there on that far side. That's good metres from that run by one of the Bulls forwards. And they'll keep going that blind side, and a little chip over the top from Scholes. Will it sit up? No. Took a right turn, and that lets the Goulburn Workers come back out to the 20. So no luck in that, the end of that kick from Jake Scholes. Hodge takes a quick tap, gets things going for the Workers. And a nice little run. He's pushed things up 10 metres short of halfway. So the Workers with the ball through Rhoda. They'll continue out through Hodge. Back in field, they're in good position now, the Workers. 22 metres out from the line. Cornish, Rhoda. That's a good tackle. Brings the big man down. Hodge. Cornish through the two Cornishes. The half back to the 5'8", the chip through. Oh, nicely cleaned up by Nick Mead. And he makes another 5 or 6 metres, but that was getting close, looking like could have been a big opportunity for try time for Goulburn, but Mead's pretty fast. Put his body on the line and tidied it up. Well, it's the Bulls now going across field without any support. Need a couple of big runs up the centre. Try and get things going. This time Cronin has a run. Ryan Cronin to play it. 15 short of halfway, and the kick now Blake Robinson. That's a good deep kick too. And it's going to find the sideline. So that'll be a 40-20. That's a huge kick. And this will give the Bulls a wonderful opportunity. So 10 metres out. The Bulls need to make the best of this situation. A run up the centre, a couple of metres out from Skidmore. Go back to the right. Growat steps off his right foot. Still a couple of metres out. Oh, that's a bad ball. Came across high and in the with the defence right up in your face, and the ball, impossible ball to catch for a man steaming onto it. And that's blown a big opportunity that the Bulls had worked hard there to get into. Nonetheless, I'll just have to muscle up and defend now. Workers will get the scrum feed. $14 minutes to go. First half. Workers leading. 14 points to 4. The Goulburn Bulldogs. The Goulburn Worker Bulldogs. They've got the ball 20 out from their own line. Centre of the ground. They probe away towards halfway. Coming out through Hodge. He was able to link up with, I think it was Wazzles. Now they go back for the kick from Mitch Cornish. Crossfield. And Nick Mead has gone across and picked it up. And it's a good chase by the Workers. They've pinned Mead down inside his own 10. So the Bulls players is trying to catch their breath as they slowly move back to position and let the outside backs try and work it back out towards the 20. Jason Brown runs it up hard. Oh, well caught. Jason Brown. Now the kick from Jake Scholes. It's high. Across field, Hayden Hodge goes. Links up with Cummins. Cummins brings it back in field. That's a good kick and chase, though, by the Bulls. 10 metres out. Goulburn Bulldogs start, but Hodge has gone around the outside, almost got away. Had plenty of galloping room if he got round the winger. The Workers now, they cross halfway. They've done it fairly comfortably this set. Started deep in their own half. It's Cornish linking up. His outside man. I think it was Robins. Now the kick. Mitch Cornish, Hodge, Nick Mead landed one on his shoulder, bounced away. So this will be a big opportunity now for the Goulburn Workers to extend their lead. They're in front 14-4. Scrum 10 metres out. from this side, Pat Cook, has gone into the scrum for Goulburn. So it's all men to the left. They go through the Cornish brothers, Nicholas to Mitch. Oh, just kept moving it out, and out there Stephen Cummins. He's having a field day. He scores another try. So good stuff. Didn't even want the settler off the scrum. Just put that ball under the back line. It was beautiful hands from the Goulburn Bulldogs back line. Extend the lead out to 18-4. And they have been in control this first half. 10 minutes to go till half time. Christopher Hart has another difficult assignment. He's 6 metres in from the sideline. He's taken the ball back a touch over 20 metres. Bulls have a group meeting, as you do when you're down 18-4. Really, that defence there was really outnumbered. Goulburn just stacked the open side of the field with every player they had. Punched it through the hands and had a huge overlap. Conversion got up in the air this time, but he's still gone away to the right. So it remains 18-4.
18-4.
Bulls will restart play. Jake Scholes sends it down deep. The Goulburn workers bring it out about 15 metres. They're just punching it up the centre. At the time it was Simon who had a run, and now the next forward into the fray. And that was Robins. So Goulburn toying away there towards halfway. They'll kick on the fourth. Go straight down to Mead. Mead puts the foot down, accelerates up. Beats the first, but plenty of defenders. So Bulls with the ball. Cronin a run from dummy half. 5 shy of halfway. Towards the centre of the ground. Come back for Pio. Pio got a metre over halfway. Tackle was good from Wozzles. Oh, there's a nice ball away, and this has given the Bulls some space. And they keep it alive. Came through Brown. Brown, he's passed off the ground there. So the referee has blown the whistle, and that good player's broken down. In fact, he's given a penalty to the workers. Passing off the ground. It's just too tempting. Could see an opportunity to score. So the tap from Orbison. Way for Rhoda. Rhoda's going to play it 30 metres out from his own line. The go across through Mitch Cornish. Links up with his outside man. That's Christopher Hart, possibly. They'll push it down. Mitch Cornish again. Down that blind side. Oh, they've opened up the Bulls. This is going to be try time underneath the post. Opened up down that blind side. And under the sticks is a try. I think that might be Cummins again.
That try for Goulburn was scored by number 2, Steve Cummins. 22-4.
Oh, he's having a field day, Stephen Cummins. Taking it out to 22 points to 4. 5 minutes till half time. think the Bulls have just got to try and muscle up till the break and try and regroup. So a much easier assignment for Christopher Hart to convert this time. In front of the 6. The last 2 or 3 have been from the sideline. He's put it over. So 24-4.
That conversion was successful. Goldwood 24, Garland Williams 4.
So the Bulls facing a big assignment this second half. They don't want to let that lead grow any taller. 4 minutes 50 till half time. They're going to try and stop the Workers side, who are playing with great confidence now with this big healthy lead of 24-4. And Goulburn, their first tackle, almost make it out to the 20. Robins goes across field. Probing run, picks up 5 or 6 metres, centre of the ground. Come back to this open side. Brebner has a run. Brebner's 12 short of halfway where he'll play the ball. There's a loose pass, but there's interference from the marker. And the referee rules on that with a penalty to the Goulburn Workers. So the Bulldogs find touch, and they'll be hard to hold out here. 40 out from the line. They've been dangerous from anywhere in this field. Dylan Road has the first run. 23 out from the Bulls line. This time Caleb Simon. 20 out. Fence okay from Cody Smith. Ball comes back. Wazzles. Oh, he unloads. Got it back to Orbison. He throws it out across the back line. Played out there by Robins. They'll push it. Goes to Hodge. Hayden Hodge brought down 9 shy of the line. He's slow to his feet. Plays it and limps away. Goes to Mitch Cornish. On to Stephen Cummins looking for another try. He flicks it back in field. Goulburn keep it alive. Oh, and they'll get another try. I think that's Mitch Cornish who may have got that try in the corner. So Goulburn really opening things up in this first half. Out of 28 points to 4. Kick to come. But they're able to roll down the field quite comfortably. Bulls defence. There's been a lot of tries on there. And just confirmation coming through. It was Mitch Cornish who got the try. So 28-4. Christopher Hart from the sideline. The left footer is about to move in. See if they get into the 30s before half time. He stroked it okay, coming around, but just misses. So the score remains 28-4. Goulburn Workers, Bulldogs have dominated this first half. They've got about a minute and a half on the clock. Probably one more set to go before the break. It's where the Bulls will really need to regroup. See what they can do to try and mount a comeback in the second half. Long kick off from the Bulls. and their chase is solid, so the workers will start play 90 up from their own line. Aritaku Robins taking the ball out, and the referees ruled that he lost it in the tackle. So that's good news for the Bulls, who will now get the last set of the match if they complete this set with about 40 seconds left on the clock. So the ball was fed to Growatt, and they moved it out towards the right at 9 metres short of the line. It'd be a nice little boost for the Bulls if they could come up with points off this last set. Back across to Hakely. Right in front of the Canberra Milk goalposts. Ball away to Cody Smith. He has a charge at the line, half a metre short. Ball comes out to Growatt. And then Jason Brown has had a lunge at the line and he's held up. So he'll come back and play it 10 metres out. Jason Brown to play the ball. To the right, they punch it out. Robertson linking up with his outside. Men's goals puts in the bomb right on full time. And over there, Stephen Cummins takes it beautifully for the Goulburn Workers and diffuses it. So your halftime score is 28 to the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs, 4 to the Gungahlin Bulls. 40 minutes of play, and it's been dominated by the Goulburn Bulldogs. So Gungahlin Bulls back into the dressing sheds, and they'll have to work on their problems. So they'll go in for a bit of communication and see what they can do to mount a comeback in the second half. And we're about to start play for the second half. And the Bulldogs to kick off, and the Bulls are behind on the scoreboard 28 points to 4. Have a huge task, and they're in front of them on what they did in the first half. So 40 minutes in front of us here at Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. There's the kick-off from Stephen Cummins. Goes down deep. So the Wolves need a positive set off their own line to start this second half. They go through the first tackle. Just half a sniff of a break there. Go across to the left. Jason Brown will play at 12 metres before halfway. And Skidmore goes up the centre hard. And there's a penalty. It's not getting off Luke Skidmore quick enough, the Goulburn Workers. So that's a boost for the Bulls to start this second half. A big kick for touch, but they'll start play 45 out from the Goulburn line. Jacob Sturt takes the first one. Inside the 40. Ball away, Haitley, keep moving it, cross through Scholes, they continue out the back line. Cronin goes over the top of one. It's taken play about 18 metres out from the Workers' line, so they're in great position. Ball comes back for Scholes, links up with Haitley, and Haitley's in front of the sticks, 22 metres out, forced to play the ball, tackled by Robins. Ball back to the left, held up nicely by Growwatt. Links up on the outside man. Hard to crack it for a try against this Goulburn side. Come across again for Haitley. He flicked it out the back. Scholes picked it up. Got it away to Growwatt. He kicked through. They're forced a line drop out. So this is a good positive start to the second half from the Gungahlin Bulls. Trailing 28 points to 4. But their first set resulted in a penalty, and their second set they've pressured the Goulburn line and managed to force a repeat set. This will be 3 sets in a row to start the second half for the Bulls, and they need plenty of possession. Short line drop out and a good one from Goulburn. They'll get the ball back. So the Bulls just not alert there to that short kick-off. They've let go of the 3 good sets they came up with and a good scoring position, and Workers in the centre of the ground have come away. So Caleb Simon with a good solid run, 45 out from the Bulls line. Now Robins, ball back to the left, goes through Mitch Cornish, kick over the top. Oh, knocked on there by Mead. Had to pick it up while moving. It's a very difficult thing to do. So a little mistake. He's had a good game though, Nick Mead. But a scrum feed to the Workers, 10 metres out. This will be very dangerous for the Bulls. Stephen Cummins to feed the scrum, the winger from this left-hand side, so all again on the right. That's a couple of quick passes, big overlap. This is too soft again. It's just been a lot of overlaps, and it's Pat Cook on the far side who put the ball down unopposed. But they've come up with that play after scrum a couple of times, and Gungahlin Bulls just don't slide. No, he's ruled the ball was forward, I think. So the Bulls survive. They'll come back for a scrum. Referee brings it 10 metres out from the Bulls line. That last pass ruled forward. PO with a run. Just shy of the 20, his own end of the ground. 28 points to 4 is the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs leading the way. So Hately plays it. 10 short of halfway. The back they go. Going through Lomax to take the tackle. Go again to the left and a kick through from Growat. Good chase from PO. But the Workers have tidied things up. So the Bulls, bit of energy to start this second half. They've got the little rev up at half time. Tighten up that defence. The Goulburn Bulldogs 10 shy of halfway. Centre of the ground. Simon plays it. They've crossed halfway. That time through Rhoda. Bad ball. Picked up by Nicholas Cornish. Throws a dummy. Steps off his right. CO got him. Now there's the kick. And it's going to be too deep. So that allows the Bulls to come back out to the 20. 7 tackles. And I want to take advantage of this. But they've been enthusiastic to start the second half. It'll be good to see the Bulls mount a challenge up to the Workers, who at 28-4 have probably gone into their comfortable zone. Bulls with the ball, 10 short of halfway, played by the winger Brendan Dunn. Now a good run, Luke Skidmore. He's taken play over the halfway. Oh, nice little ball from Hately. Just couldn't get his man quite through the gap, but it was beautifully held up. Come back for Scholes. Scholes puts a kick in deep, and it will find the sideline just before the Bulls players can get there. So with that kick too long, it presents the Workers with 7 tackles off their 20-metre line. So not the result the Bulls were looking for, but nonetheless a positive set to work through and get to their kick. Now the Workers. Christopher Hart takes a tap and finds 7 metres. Push up through the centre, and Orbison had lost the ball there. The dummy half. Referee's onto that. So the Bulls get an opportunity. 45 out, scrum will set. Great field position for the Bulls. Ball comes out. Nick Mead, he feeds it away and it goes to Vanuaki. And he comes up with a good run. Takes play 29, is it 19 metres out? There's lines everywhere over that side with all the different fields have their lines marked. Soccer, football. So can the Bulls come up with points? They'll bring it back this way. Cody Smith links up with the big man, Luke Skidmore. He's only 6 metres shy of the line. Back. Oh, ball away to Smith. And he's put it down. Well, they're building to something, the Bulls. Just can't afford those mistakes. If they're to lodge any sort of challenge in this second half, they need to take their opportunities when they get the good field position. Maybe that run just wasn't on. It was too much pressure for the man who had to catch the ball, Smith. So Workers away with the ball. Christopher Hart plays it. And it comes back into the centre. One of their forwards have a run. So they make good meters. One out stuff, but they've made good meters again. We've got a player who's down. The trainer has come out to attend. He pointed to his knee. So the trainer now flexes that knee. Not sure which player it is. At 10 metres, the Workers' side of the ground. Now he's going to have to come off that left knee. Trainer didn't hesitate to say to come off and have a spell. Just a slight breeze behind the Workers' back. It's only slight. So they run to the northern end of Gungahlin enclosed oval in good dry conditions. Laying the ball, Wazzles. Way for Tidor. And he makes good meters. So they're 38 metres out from the Bulls line. Back for Mitch Cornish, and that's a high bomb. Under it goes Nick Mead. Oh, and he put it down, but it went backwards. So he's been able to tidy it up. The Bulls, second half they've tightened things up, and that scoreboard hasn't been clicking over. We've only had 11 minutes of the second half, but after they let in 28 points in the first half, they needed to tighten up their defence. A bit of work to do here, the Bulls. They're 12 shy of halfway in this set. They're only grinding away. Skidmore has a run, and he's about 5 short of the halfway. Comes across from Scholes. He puts the kick in. Cummins does a good job. He puts the hands above the head and takes it nicely. But he'll play it 22 out from his own line. Back across to Mitch Cornish. He'll play it. In fact, it was Hart. Now to Mitch Cornish. Nicholas Cornish. He links up with Rhoda. He gets a ball away to Wazzles. Wazzles got a ball back to Hodge. Hodge just jumped back to his feet after hitting the deck. Now he plays it. This time Simon. Middle of the ground, 40 metres out. Workers looking for the first points of this second half. Way to Matt Martin. Go to the far side. Oh, that ball looked a lot forward. Yeah, referee's got it from Nicholas Cornish. Tried a two-man cut-out ball, and it's got the wind behind it. That may not have helped. But it looked to be propelled forward. That'll come back now for the Bulls. 27 minutes to go in this match. 28 points to 4 as the Goulburn Workers, the Bulldogs, leading the match. Very dominant in the first half. Only the one try to the Bulls. The Bulls have the ball in the centre of the ground through Skidmore. Hately. Pass to Sturt. Crowd trying to get the Bulls going. Ball out to Cronin. Ryan Cronin's made good meters. So can the Bulls capitalise here? 20 out. Long ball away for Robinson to put up the bomb, but it's not the best bomb I've ever seen. I think knocked on, by the Workers. So the Bulls, 6 to go in front of the sticks. 9 metres from the line. Robinson. He went left there to Growott and he brought it forward back on his inside, Lomax. Now they push it out to the far side. They're only 3 metres from the line, Gungahlin Bulls. Ball comes back from Scholes, a long ball to Pettit. 11 metres shy of the line. Skidmore. He just tries to barge up when he sees nothing's on. He's a strong runner. He's 5 metres short. Workers are holding on strongly. Ball away for Sturt. They're just trying to barge it over. They'll just need a little bit more here, the Bulls. This is their last tackle. They'll go for the grubber kick, I'd say. Scholes puts it in. Ball's loose. Chance. Dived on by Scholes. He's going to... Referee wants to check with his linesman. They're having a conversation. Don't know what about. Scholes kicked it, and he's the man who scored it. Goulburn player made the mistake. I don't think there was any interference by any other Bull player. Well, he's ruled that he knocked on grounding it. So it's back out to the 20. It was a long conversation between the linesman and the referee, but nonetheless, the first try of the second half was almost there. Would have given the Bulls a nice lift. How the Bulldogs. Robins up the centre with a run. Dylan Rota. He's been a handful this afternoon, Rota. Ball away to Matt Martin. And the Bulls inside the 10. So now, one of the first opportunities of the second half for the Workers to start a set in strong field position. 24 minutes left on the clock. They lead 28 points to 4, the Workers. And this is the Bulls have done well to keep the Workers side out of this position. First run from Christopher Hart off the tap. He's 11 metres from the line. Played back for Greenwood. Gives it on to Robins. Robins trying to push players out of his way. Back to Greenwood. Fires it out. Mitch Cornish. Got a runner on his outside. 3 or 4 Bulls players required to stop the progress. Ball comes away for Nicholas Cornish off the right. Couple of times. He's almost on the line. Plays it back. Mitch Cornish. Gives it away to Plack. Max Plack has a run. But Bulls' defence is good. This is the last. Greenwood fires a long warp ball to Cornish, Mitch Cornish, and he flicks one into his brother Nicholas Cornish. And that looked pretty stylish. And there's the first try of the second half. 23 minutes to go in this match. And the Bulldogs have gone into the 30s with an easy conversion attempt to come. 32 points to 4.
That try for Goulburn was scored by number 7, Nicholas Cornish. 32-4.
But the Bulls have done well. They're a lot stronger the first 18 minutes of the second half compared to what they offered in the first half. The defence was good and their sets were quite positive getting to their kick. So it's just a shame they had their try disallowed. That would have given them an enormous boost. But Goulburn have been starved of good field position this second half, finally got it off the back of that penalty, and they've made the Bulls pay. So Christopher Hart will convert this one, push it out to 34. So 34, the Goulburn Bulldogs. Gungahlin Bulls stuck on that 4 points they got fairly early in the match and haven't been able to advance off that mark. Kick off, gets a good bounce for the Bulls. Goulburn have finally cleaned it up. And that tackle by Siru Pepperly has been ruled that he got him into a dangerous position above the horizontal. I've got to agree with the referee. So the penalty to the Workers, good kick for touch. They'll take play back 18 metres short of halfway. Rhoda has a run. He's been strong. He's 7 metres short of halfway. Ball back, Matt Martin. He makes good metres over the halfway. Now Robins, Harry Taku Robins, playing it about 40 out. Dobson, he's had to play at 20 out, Michael Dobson. Mitch Cornish gives it on to Tidor. They get the ball back inside his danger signs. Dobson's only about 4 metres out and a desperate tackle was made to bring him down. Ball back to Nicholas Cornish. Flicked one on. They've kept it alive though. And Max Plack got to the ball. They try and keep it going. But eventually the Bulls have surrounded them. And that'll be the turnover. One of the Bulls players receiving attention here in front of the gold stick. So it was a couple of 2 or 3 plays back when he went in low for a tackle and hasn't regained his feet. He's conscious and he's getting attention from the Bulls trainer. It was Shane Lomax who was receiving the attention, and he's gone back into the line now. So another Bulls player receiving attention, the far side of the ground. About 5 metres out from the Bulls line. And everyone's okay now, so it's game back on. Bulls with the ball. They've got 70 odd metres to get to the other end, and that's proved a big assignment for them this afternoon. Jacob Sturt, I should say, with a run up the centre. Back across the back line of the Bulls, but no progress is made. Workers were up and Bulls' attack was a little bit flat and very readable. So a little bit of progress up the centre first before they go wide. Now the kick from the Bulls is a good one. It turns the Workers around. Max Plack goes back. He scoops it up. He goes back in field and does a good job. So centre of the ground, 34 points to 4. It is the Goulburn side well on top of Gungahlin. Greenwood playing in the dummy half role this second half, gives it away to Robins. And now they're making good metres. Just probing up the centre before they go on the attack. They'll go out wide shortly. Greenwood again. Mitch Cornish, Nicholas Cornish playing a little bit wider of his brother. They seem to swap that position around between first and second receiver. Back for Mitch Cornish. He puts up a towering bomb. Ball's coming down and it's spilt but cleaned up by Brendan Dunn. And he'll play it just a metre out from his own line. So again, Goulburn have forced the Bulls to start their set just metres out from their own line. Heat at dummy half. It's the ball away. Workers' defence are all over them. They're struggling to get out to their 20. They're very bunched, the Bulls. In down to the last 17 minutes. Doesn't look to be too much gas in the tank, but they've done a much better job the second half in defence. Pettit plays it. They're looking for the kick, and Hodge gets a rush kick away. Got a favourable bounce for the Bulls. They were able to get up there and pin the Goulburn side before they got a chance to run. Cummins had to play it. Oh, it was Pat Cook who played it. Hodge had a run, and a good run from dummy half, so they take play towards halfway. Run from dummy half from, I think that was Pat Cook again. And a good run. Keep probing away here, the Workers. 22 metres out. They go to the right. And there's a good run, Rhoda. Very hard to stop. Oh, and he unloads. Dylan Rhoda has busted the line and unloaded once he was coming to the ground. And I think he got it away to Pat Cook to score the try. They were looking bunched and tired.
Scored by number 5, Pat Clark. 38 points to 4.
38-4, kick to come. It's the Goulburn Workers who have dominated this match. Bulls made determined effort first 20 of the second half to try and bring that scoreline back under a little bit of control for about 20 minutes. But now the Workers, with a couple of tries in the last 5 minutes, are pushing out. And the Bulls did look bunched and a bit tired in that last set, so it shows a few signs that the last 15 minutes could be long minutes for the Bulls. Christopher Hart, another one, wide out. He's had a lot of them this afternoon from the sideline. Got plenty of height in that one, but again unsuccessful, so it remains 38 points to 4. They've been difficult kicks. Plenty of tries to the Goulburn side, not many conversions. Doesn't go too well on the sheet for the stats, the defence stats. So from the kick-off, Goulburn will bring it 20 metres out from their own line on the far side of the ground, playing at Mitch Cornish. Ball goes loose. Referee rules it slightly forward. So he wants a scrum to pack, and Bulls will get field position. 20 out from the line. We're inside the last 14 minutes of this match at Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. Bulls with the scrum feed. Comes away to Scholes. Passes on to Pettit. Pettit straightens up, hits the line. Almost thought about trying to pop the ball out the back, keep the play going. Now Scholes fires it to Hately. Hately in the centre of the ground, 15 metres out. Chance for the Bulls, looking for their second try of the match. They go away to the left. Still 2 or 3 metres out. Robinson, dummy half, fires it back to Hately. He dummies, tries to fool the defence, but they didn't go for it. Takes the tackle 2 metres from the line. Bulls desperate for some points. Back to Scholes. Cut out ball. Found Ryan Cronin. And defence read that nicely. Scholes fires a long one to Mead. And Mead across field bombers too deep. And over there Cook had no troubles. Just didn't give the Bulls chasers time to get in, and it was in the in-goal area. So back to the 20, and the Workers have 7 tackles. Good defence by the Workers. But good defence throughout this match. Dylan Rhoda. Good run up the centre. Ball away. Matt Martin. So they make meters through their forwards, the Goulburn Workers. The Bulls a little bit slow off their line. Ball goes out. Nicholas Cornish. And he's linked up out there. I think that's Plack on the far side. Cornish from dummy half, Nicholas. He was looking for a offload, doesn't get it. Takes the tackle, 10 out. Ball back, Mitch Cornish. Gives it on to Greenwood. Bulls holding up. Now from dummy half, there's a try. So the Workers extending their lead. They're into the 40s. 42-4. And the Bulldogs, the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs.
Goulburn was scored by number 10, Tyson Greenwood.
Tyson Greenwood was the man who got the try. And Christopher Hart's pleased with that one. He's got one in front of the sticks, right in front of the sticks. I think that's the first time this afternoon. His teammates have not been helpful. They've been scoring in the corners all day. Extends the scoreline to 44. 10 minutes to go. 44-4.
Conversion by number 3, Chris Hart, was successful. 44-4.
So the kick-off sees the Workers bring it back in a strong run, taking it out to their 20-metre mark. So they're just cruising, 9 minutes to go, and really the Bulls have run out of steam. So the Workers can probably add another try or two in these last dying minutes. Dylan Rhoda has been ruled that he lost that ball getting to his feet. In fact, it might have been Michael Dobson. The referee saw a little knock on. They were looking good from the kick-off too. Tuck and play down to the 40 and some good hard running. So Scholes will feed the scrum. Can the Bulls salvage anything out of these final 8 minutes? So Mead getting it on, I think, to P.O. Who's had trouble with that leg all afternoon, P.O. So Sturt was a good run up the centre, and they make some metres, Bulls. They take play 25 out from the Workers' line. Playing it. I'll work it to the right. Scholes gets it away to Pettit. Got it on to Ryan Cronin. He's been forced over the sideline. So they played with danger down this right-hand side, the Bulls. So the scrum with Cornish pushes it away to Dylan Roeder. Now a run from Michael Dobson. The big fellow, Brebner, Connor Brebner, he takes play at almost halfway. So again, these big Goulburn forwards have made good metres up the centre. The kick downfield from Cornish. Sees Mead go back and scoop it up. And the chase very good. He's going to play it just metres out from his own line. So again, the Bulls faced with the length of the field proposition to try and get points. And the workers are quick off their line, so they're doing a good job with only 6 minutes to go to still be keen, even though they have the match well and truly in their keepings. Bulls play at centre of the ground, go for the kick, and it's a good kick. It sends Stephen Cummings racing back, but it was a beautiful catch. And he'll play it 20 metres out from his own line. But he's had a good afternoon, Stephen Cummins. Got a bag full of tries. And he's showing good hands there once again. Workers with the ball. Which Cornish fires a long ball to Nicholas Cornish. And he got it on to Michael Dobson. And they're almost at halfway. Fairly quick play the ball. But Robin's having a run. Now the ball comes back. Mitch Cornish. Back on the inside to Michael Dobson. Pops it up to Nicholas Cornish. And he got a ball away to Connor Brebner. And they're going to get a penalty goal. But in fact, 10 minutes for a professional foul. He's looking for the quick play the ball. They knew there was more points to follow. Tried to slow things down. And the rest of the match, with 5 minutes to go, he's copped 10. So he's got a -5. He won't be back. Can have a shower. But he's in no rush to get to the dressing sheds, and the game cannot commence till he gets there. And it is a very slow walk. Having a look around. No, referee said, I've had enough. Just restart things. Let's get going. Mitch Cornish beating tackles. He'll set up a try here in the corner to Stephen Cummins. I think that's 4 to Stephen Cummins, but I could be wrong. So Goulburn, 48.
That try for Goulburn was scored by number 2, Steve Cummins. 48-4.
So chance to hit the 50 mark with this conversion. The Bulls will be very happy when that clock ticks down this last 4 minutes and they can get to the sheds and put this game right behind them. The Goulburn workers, well, they'll go home on the bus very happy players. Christopher Hart, again from the sideline. Can he bring up the 50 for the Goulburn side? He's still got 3 minutes on the clock, so if he misses, you won't rule out the half century. Bulls have really put the cue in the rack. Well, he's kicked it from the sideline. He just made it over, but that's good enough. He was hunting that 50.
Number 3, Chris Hart was successful. 50 points and 4.
He struck that very nicely. So the kick-off from the Bulls, taken by Nicholas Cornish. Given away. Here comes back across to Nicholas Cornish. They move it fast. Comes out to Hart. Hart breaks the line. He was looking to link up with 3 men on the inside and he couldn't get that ball, that arm free. Cornish now brings up Bremner. He's run hard throughout this match. He's going to play it 25 out from the line, so they're right on the tack inside the last 2 minutes, and you'd back them to score again. The Bulls are bunch tied. They'll go down a wide open blindside. Tyson Greenwood looking for another try. He's been strong this afternoon. You play it back to Dobson. Mitch Cornish holds it up, gives it away to Tidor, and he strolls over the line for another try. So I see it, Tidor, with a good try. And they've hit 54. The Bulls really put the cue in the rack 15 minutes ago, and that's let the scoreline blow right out.
Scored by Desire Tidor. 54-4.
So we'll have time for the conversion, and that might be all she sung. Christopher Hart, 8 metres to the left of the post. His percentage is not good today, but he has had some difficult assignments. The last one he potted it from the sideline. So I'm backing him to pot this one over with 20 seconds to go. Workers will not go back into position. They're ready to shake the hands of the Bulls and thank them for hosting them here at Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. There's a conversion. 56-4 will be the full-time score. And that's pretty much all she wrote. The Bulls with some work to do. The workers go home very happy with their effort, the Goulburn Workers Bulldogs. They dominated the match from the start. The Bulls tried to rally in the second half, did a good job for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then the Workers regained control and came home right over the top of them. Thank you very much for your attendance. I think we'll give the man of the match to Dylan Roeder. He was hard work. He wasn't a flashy player as some of the fleet-footed Goulburn backs, but he did a lot of hard running up the centre, and he had a lot of mates too in that forward pack. So we'll give the award this afternoon to number 24, Dylan Roeder. Funny number to wear, 24, must have come into the side at late notice. But he played very solid, and congratulations to him. So that's where we'll sign off here from Gungahlin Enclosed Oval. Goulburn Workers Bulldogs 56 over the Gungahlin Bulls 4.